We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Ray Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and feed that vibe into the world.
Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese.
I mean,
Go for it, kid.
We're live, pal. Welcome to Go for the Pin, episode 108, with your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Randy Savage Fancy, and we are here again.
Riri. We are here. We're here to talk about Crown Jewel that just happened this past Saturday, and all of the after effects of what happened at Crown Jewel. We'll get to that. It's a couple of newsworthy things that happened on Monday Night Raw, so we will get to that. But first, let me see. Okay. Full disclosure, we have Knuckles in the green room. He's getting ready. We'll get Knuckles on in a few. But I just want to discuss We Are Wrestling real quick. Yeah. So shout out to everybody at We Are Wrestling. That happened last Friday in the Bronx. It was the first time wrestling was in the Bronx in 2 years, at least at that level. There might have been some other smaller events going on, but at that level of an indie show, it was the first in like 2 years. And so I can't talk about the whole show just because I missed the first half of it. I remember I said on this show I'd try to make it. I had prior engagements, but I said I could not miss this show, so I made sure that I at least saw some of it. So by the time I got there, it was the Battle Royal, the Rumble in the Bronx Battle Royal that was won by Matt Awesome. Matt Awesome actually did a Kevin Owens parody at Trick or Seek for Battle Club, which was pretty cool. I'm wearing my KO shirt now out of respect. But shout out to Matt Awesome. Our good friend V, Ruthless Lala, was in the match. Yeah. Throwing down the Rowan Lariats like only she can. Only. Vicious lariats. I said, oh my God, ow, ouchies is what I was saying. I wanted no parts. Big Cuzzo was also in the match. A few other people was in that Battle Royal. I'm upset because I missed my boy Anthony Gamble work. But these things happen. So I'm trying to think during this this Battle Royal, right? And the only reason I'm discussing this is because it happened in the crowd, kind of, right? Well, first of all, if I get there, after intermission. Shane Fair is the ring announcer who's done a lot of great work at Battle Club. He's usually our ring announcer at Battle Club, and has helped me out a lot. So shout out to Shane Fair. So I noticed Shane Fair's in the ring. I noticed my boy Mr. Black is one of the referees. And can I just say congratulations to Mr. Black and congratulations to him on all the success he's been having over this last year. I mean, Jobber Tears podcast is phenomenal, but just the fact that all three of the Jobber Tears are branching out on their own and just doing amazing things. Speaking of the Jobber Tears, our good friend Janelle was also there, right? And it's always a great time linking up with Janelle, right? So Janelle was actually sitting next to, again, more family here. Joe Kim was doing the music for We Are Wrestling. I'm just like, oh man, my family's there. You know what I'm saying? So, because I didn't know everybody that was gonna be there. I knew Danny Nemesis, who we just had on the show recently, was gonna be there. I knew a couple other people, but I didn't know Joe was doing the music. I didn't know that Janelle was also heavily involved with that. So shout out to them. And then as I'm walking in, I go over to Danny Nemesis and Sammy Chaos and a couple other people that was over there. I'm forgetting that you was there. Oh, Nimrod, who we also had on the show. He was there. And okay. So there may have been alcoholic beverages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As Knuckles just turned on the Bray Wyatt light. We'll get Knuckles on in a few. But so it's all fun, you know, when you're at a wrestling event and you know you have it's a lot of adrenaline going. There's a lot of testosterone in the building, you know. You got guys fighting in the ring and everything like that. Guys and girls, you know, fighting in the ring. And those that's non-binary. Shout out to Veda Scott, who was on commentary. Veda Scott was doing commentary for We Are Wrestling. Always good to see Veda. So basically, long story short, Nimrod was being Nimrod, and great guy. He may or may not have been challenging all of us to a fight. Okay, not a real, just kind of a wrestling thing. Like, yo, you want to go? You want to go? Again, there was alcohol going, right? Nimrod, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. I got backup here because I'm standing next to Sammy Chaos. Okay, I'm standing next to Danny Nemesis. I'm standing next to a couple of people. I'm like, yeah, and then Sammy said she got my back. I was like, all right, let's do it, right? Nimrod gets up because he's actually sitting behind Jordy Lee. Shout out to Jordy. Sorry, Jordy. But sitting behind Jordy, he gets up and he walks over to us, right? And like he's wearing this hat, drops his hat. This is all in the crowd, by the way. Drops his hat, right? Kicks the hat. I literally dodge the hat. Like I dodged the hat. Don't notice who's behind me. Right? So I dodge the hat. The hat flies over and hits Casey Navarro. MLW wrestler Casey Navarro. Let's just say Casey wasn't that happy about that. Because it was like one of those moments, like the hat flies and we all kind of turn back and it was like, bro, you would thought it was a wrestling angle, but it wasn't. And who's standing behind us? Casey Navarro. It's just like we all had that moment, like, oh shit, Casey Navarro is not smiling at all. Like he's not laughing and trying to make light of the situation, and because I don't think Casey was even on the show. He was just there. He was just hanging out.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, and again, I don't know the relationship between Casey and Nimrod. That has nothing to do with me. I don't know if they know each other. I don't know. Nimrod apologized. Okay. Casey didn't seem that receptive of it. And again, this is all like it's not like we're backstage. I would never talk about something that happened backstage, but this is literally in the crowd. So kind of have to discuss it here. Not in the crowd, but it was like off to the side. Like it was an audience. And we all just kind of slowly turned back around. Like we're all looking at Casey at first, and then we all just kind of slowly turn around and like, yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go over here and yeah, hey, Gamble's over there. Gamble. You know, so but that was just one of those moments that like, oh, it's like one of those moments like who hit Kevin Owens with the cake back in the day? What was it, a pie? Do we still know? We still don't know who hit Kevin Owens on Raw that day with the pie. It was like one of those situations, but we know who hit Casey Navarro with the hat. It wasn't like it hurt or anything. It wasn't anything like that. It was just like yeah, it's
like a really?
Yeah, like exactly. It wasn't even like he didn't say anything, but you can tell in his face just like, how old are we? Like really? Like that type of situation. But shout out to Nimrod, sorry. Shout out to Nimrod. Shout out to Casey Navarro, current MLW star and really killing it on independence. And and he's wrestled for Battle Club. I've actually met Casey a couple of times. He's really talented. Tasha Steele speaks so highly of him. So I know Casey's gonna be a big deal going forward. But yeah, that was an interesting moment. But anyway, back to the actual show, because that wasn't actually part of the show. But it could have been. That was good. That was good shit, pal. It could have been. But yeah. Back to the show. Matt Austin won the Rumble. Savannah Evans actually lost. She did the job. I was shocked. I don't want to mess up the person's name that she did the job to, but give me 1 second as I actually get that, because it's important. Darius Carter, of course, won his match. I mean, like, of course, it's Darius Carter. I didn't actually see that match. I missed that one, but I'm happy I missed that one. It's Darius Carter. I'm trying to what I do? Is Knuckles back in a bit? We're trying to wait for Knuckles to get situated. Once he gets situated, we will get Knuckles on it. We will talk about Crown Jewel, and we'll move forward. I am trying to find Savannah Evans' opponent as I stall here. These are called stalling tactics. Shout out to referee Nick Shin, by the way.
Stalling.
Shout out to Nick Shin. Shout out to Mr. Black. Shout out to Stephen Dumang. Yo, proud of those guys. Karen is her name. Karen. Yes, Karen. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her last name, because if I butcher it, I would be very upset. So, yes, Karen beat Savannah Evans. And in the main event, Speedball Mike Bailey, incredible talent, beat Janai Kai, who's another incredible talent. Those two tore the house down. So it's funny, right? Like, so I watched that match, like, in the actual audience, like in a seat, just because I really wanted to see that match. And I'm sitting next to Nimrod and behind Jordy. And after the match, like, even like Jordy's sitting in the front row, and she's like hype now. She wants to go, you know what I'm saying? Because Janai was really, those kicks, Janai Kai and her kicks are insane. Like,
crazy.
Bro, really, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, because it's like they're not working kicks, you know. They like, those are real kicks. Like, they hurt. Okay, they hurt. You know, but they had a really solid main event match. But yeah, shout out to We Are Wrestling. Great show. Shout out to everybody involved with We Are Wrestling. Shout out to the whole Battle Club team, because let's be honest, I mean, it was a lot of Battle Club talent there. It wasn't a Battle Club ring, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, shout out to everybody involved with the show. It was a really solid show. I think you would have enjoyed it, Ro, if he was there. But until the next one. And on that note, I think we should start discussing Crown Blood Money Jewel from the Shadow Realm.
Do you even know what the Shadow Realm is?
It's something with Marvel. All right.
No, that's not okay. All right.
I know this thing of sending somebody to the Shadow Realm, but I don't know what that actually means. Hey, Knuckles, can you help me out? What does Shadow Realm mean? That's Knuckles. Put him on the spot here. Welcome to Over the Pen. All right. Yes, you're on the spot here. Yeah, pal.
Means that thing behind you when you stand in front of a lamp. Turn around, it's that dark spot on the wall. Yeah. That's Shadow.
That's what it is. I thought that's what, like, Veer Hides did look for his next. All right,
we're finished. Moving the fuck on. Jesus.
This won't be that type of show, and I don't need this already.
In case you guys missed it, this is what T. Pena had to say about V.
Who was that he loved? Oh, Shay, right? Oh, Shay don't got these. Oh, Shay don't got these, bitch. That's why you're not here. That's why you're not here. Nobody wants you here. Nobody wants you here.
All right, so let's go.
That was very Aubrey Drake Graham of you, Michael.
Wow.
Messy.
Wow.
That was very messy of
There's
you.
not a Drake there's not a Drake moment in my body.
That's very.
That might have been a point. Yeah, I think
very.
Yeah, that's definitely a pause. But yeah, no, it's not.
That was very Black Ink Crew of you.
Black Ink Crew. All right. Let's go to Crown Jewel here. As I get up the results. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. For all of our people that's listening to the podcast version. Yeah, clap it up for that. All of our people listening on the podcast version. Available everywhere. We thank you. We appreciate you, and we would not be here without you. So I just want to make sure, because I don't know if we give enough love to our podcast listeners all the time. So let's just definitely thank you to everybody that listens to the podcast version. All right, now that we have that out the way, there is. All right, let's go to WWE Blood Crown Jewel. Let's find out how we did here. So, opening contest. Brock Lesnar defeats Bobby Lashley by pinfall after Brock gets beat up for like 5 minutes and then counters the Hurt Lock, which is pretty cool, by springing off the ropes and Bobby basically pinning himself. What do we think about this? And how do we do?
I'm gonna be real. I thought it was gonna be a lot more violent than what we got, but I'm pretty sure that they're saving that for the rubber match. But it's fine. I was clearly wrong with who was gonna win, but it was cool.
Knuckles?
It was cool. It was giving Bret Hart, Roddy Piper vibes, definitely. Yeah, I'm aging myself. All right. But I got it wrong as well. But I think the logic behind me getting wrong was legit. So I'll take the L because my explanation was legit.
Yeah, I thought it was fine for what it was. I was wrong too. I'm sure. But yeah, it was fine for what it was.
I think this is definitely, like last week we talked about how maybe we thought Bobby would get the win because maybe it was time for Brock to give back to the business. I have never seen Brock beat up like that.
True.
He got his ass.
True.
And
true.
So he got the win, but he did make Bobby look really, really good.
The only time I can really recall. So WrestleMania 35. Which one was he at? MetLife with Seth Rollins. With Rollins, I think he low blowed him and then beat him up and then actually won the title from him.
I think that
was probably the last time I saw like Brock like dominated like that, and Rollins had to kind of. I'm not gonna say cheat, okay, but
he low blowed him
before the match started, but yeah. So the point is you don't see Brock dominated in that faction. So and he got dominated. No pun intended with Bobby Lashley because he used to use the Dominator. So we all got this. Okay. Well, Knuckles, we good? It's a PG show. It's not. It's not. But little out of there.
Man,
This is
get
a
out of here,
TV
player.
show. Wow.
Nah, it's not. It's definitely not. All right. All right. Let's go to the next
Fired
match
up
here. What did you say about Veer? So it was Damage Control defeating Alexa Bliss.
I'm not gonna take too many more of those. After last week, I'm not gonna take too many rear jokes from you. I'm not.
Oh God.
Moving on.
Damage Control defeated Alexa Bliss and Asuka to regain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. What?
Okay.
What?
What? What? Okay. All right.
We got the power. We got the. All right.
Granted, the match was good. Like,
Yeah.
let's not. I'm not gonna take that away. However, common space. What was the reason?
The reason.
The reason that we are here. Like, what is the reason that you get? Like, oh, why? For what?
Oh boy.
And it was at that moment I knew that I would be dead wrong about the Raw Women's Championship match, but we'll get there. So I'm guessing we all was wrong about this. I don't think anybody predicted this, and to be fair, this is probably why they did it, because nobody would be predicting that Damage Control would be getting the titles back so quickly. Now, I do want to point out the Bray Wyatt graphic flashing during Alexa and Asuka's like backstage. Because then it flashed again during Bianca Belair's entrance on Raw when she was with Asuka and Alexa Bliss. And the internet has been pointing out that it's probably not for Alexa, it's probably for Asuka. But we'll get to our theories about we'll get to our theories about it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what the internet has been saying. That because Alexa kind of even no-sold it when she saw it, because she saw it at Crown Jewel. Clearly saw it. A lot of S's going on here. And people have been like kind of pointing out that the Alexa thing is kind of a swerve, that it could be for Asuka. She turns on Alexa and joins up with Bray Wyatt somewhere down the line. I don't know how likely that is, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. You guys have thoughts on that, or?
No thought. That would be a grave mistake. That would be a grave mistake.
Are we playing Family Feud?
Survey
says.
I'm giving it the X right off the jump.
Oh man,
I'm giving that idea the X right off the jump.
You don't like it?
No.
Okay. So you're saying it's baka.
That.
We found out that means stupid, apparently. But yeah. Yeah, they translated it on the internet. Yeah.
I think Alexa no selling it has a lot to do with the fact that she is going to be the one, because the same way Bray Wyatt is trying to fight his demons right now, Alexa Bliss is trying to fight that.
I thought Alexa Bliss was trying to fight out of the mid card. But yeah, I'm listening. Sorry. I'm sorry. If her demon's the mid card, then I get it. Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
All right.
We like Alexa here. I'm not trying to disrespect her. I'm just saying I like Alexa a lot. But yes, please continue. I promise it's just water in this cup. I promise.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you think that it's Alexa V? You think it's Alexa also? Because why else would it be shown on Raw during that particular moment.
Yeah, it could be still Alexa.
Yeah,
It would be a good swerve if it was Oscar, but
smart, bro.
I think Alexa is the way to go.
Okay, well, Alexa and Oscar weren't the way to go at Crown Jewel. They lost, pal. All right. So we all got that wrong, I'm assuming. Okay. Maybe some good news is gonna come here.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre defeats Karrion Kross in a steel cage match by escaping the cage. What do we think of this match? I was a little bored just because WWE steel cage matches are kind of boring, and the Karrion Drew McIntyre story is I'm over it already. I'm sure this is not over because Drew didn't actually pin Karrion Kross. He won a steel cage match, so it's probably not over. But I'm interested to hear y'all thoughts on this.
Escape. I was I was bored to tears. Yeah, I didn't care.
Yeah,
I just didn't care. I truly didn't care.
Knuckles. Okay. Oh, there it is.
Same.
Okay. Same. How do we do on this prediction?
Y'all got it right.
We all got it right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's one on the board. Finally, one on the board here. Okay. Let's go to the next match here. We had Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio versus the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, who's holding the overweight, not the open weight. I'm sorry, the open weight chip. Yeah, yes, that one. The open weight championship. Oh, God. Sorry. Sorry. He's holding a hostage, pal. Judgment Day gets the win. What do we think of this match? And how do we do on this one? Knuckles.
Yes, Knuckles go
Since you want to press buttons, you like pressing buttons. Why don't you tell us what you think about this match?
I thought it was a very good match.
Okay.
Overall, I thought it was a very entertaining match.
We pull it together. I did too.
I did like it a lot. And I'm having Via, you okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm good. Mm-hmm.
A lot going on here.
Right. Just
I do want to say and pat myself on the back for being a super genius.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you predicted it. Mia Yim, but you was wrong about the pay-per-view.
I was wrong about the pay-per-view.
But you did predict Mia Yim.
I did predict Mia Yim. But I thought the match was very well done. Those three went out there and did work. Very enjoyable match. So I was happy with it. I would put that maybe third best match.
Okay. V.
Yeah, the match is pretty good. I don't even remember who I predicted to win that.
We'll get there in a second.
We'll get there, but no, it was pretty good. Great match. I feel like we're gonna get them in War Games, but
okay. How?
I mean,
isn't Bloodline? You would have to assume the Bloodline is getting the War Games match.
So, if any, see, we have three potential War Games match. Damage Control.
Well, that's
whoever Nikki, whoever's over there, that's happening. Maybe OC with Mia Yim and Judgment Day with Rhea. That's another one that's potential. But if we do one with the Bloodline, who
I
would
don't
be
know if
the
we
opponent?
I don't know if we have the opponents for Bloodline, but I mean they're all over the poster. Like the whole thing is built around them, so I would assume that it's gonna be the Bloodline in War Games. Like I don't know, like, and I don't think they're gonna do 3 War Games matches. That would be a little excessive.
It'd be a little excessive. Okay.
So I mean, you could be right, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. You could be right. Well, I guess we'll see. Because the Bloodline, like you said, don't really have opponents right now. But I mean, you can manufacture any team to go up against the Bloodline because at this point, like we know the Bloodline is going to go over anyway if they in a War Games match. Like so, it's like because you got Roman, the Usos, Solo, and Sammy. That's 5 right there.
And then you could put the Brawling Brutes and the New Day together.
Huh? I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Huh? Wait a minute.
That's
Knuckles.
5 people. That's 5 people.
Yeah, that works.
Huh.
Yeah, that works.
There you go. There you go. Knuckles, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Hey, Siri, how long is the flight to Georgia?
The flight to Georgia is 2 hours and 7 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna be on the first one. All right, I'm gonna take the damn sound effects away from you.
Pal.
Don't do it, pal. All right, let's just keep going. Oh,
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
How do we do on that prediction, Knuckles?
I think me and V could use better judgment in this decision.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But yeah, Mike got it right.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's see how we did the rest of the card here.
Get it? Better judgment.
I got it. Ha ha. Got it. Got that one. Yeah, I caught it. It didn't go over my head. I actually caught it. All right. So so Braun Strowman defeats Omos in a singles match. Standard big man match, I guess. You know, two monsters going at it. It was what it was. As Knuckles disappeared on us. Oh, there he is.
No, I did that on purpose.
No. All right. V, what'd you think of that match?
So I guess, and that's really all I got for that. That's all I got. Look, I guess.
Yeah, Knuckles.
Yeah.
Cesaro now, Claudio.
Yeah, this is the one we're shooting with, pal. There is no way Braun should have won this match, and I'm not saying that just because I picked Omos. Omos couldn't. Let me see. Braun had no reason to win. Basically, Braun is already there. He's established. This should have went to Omos to establish him, because all we've seen is him fighting three jobbers from St. Louis, Missouri at one time on Raw, and then he has enhancement talent on Raw, and with MVP as his mouthpiece. He almost should have won. Plain and simple. He should have won to give him that signature win. He hasn't had a signature win since he's been on the roster. At all.
Yeah.
Not one. He's just been the big dominant guy versus enhancement talent his whole career, basically. And then the way he lost was absurd. You
absolutely power slam?
Yeah, but you decimate the man for 8 minutes.
Classic WWE. Well, the match didn't go on for 8 minutes.
The setup. Oh, you hit the turnbuckle. Now you're and he picks you
Yeah,
up for a power
wobbly.
slam and you lose. Huh? What?
Yeah, I'm going over strong on my finish, pal.
Bro, that could have been executed a little bit better. I thought it was bull, and that's all I will say.
We have censors on go for the pin now. All right.
When
Oh wow.
when did that happen?
Shout out to our editors. We don't have any.
the
Yeah,
fact
no.
that-
So
the fact that he lost is absurd to me. I don't see why you would make him look so strong 3/4 of that match, and then have him lose on a missed splash and a power.
yeah. Well, I mean, you just said it was, and
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's bull. It is, but and then I looked at the results and I was like,
what in the hell?
Wait, what did you say when you saw the results? Oh wow. You really shouldn't use that type of language on this show, sir. But anyway, so let's He's like, what is happening? I'm trying to get us a deal. All right, so anyway. How did we do? Is that your final answer?
you two got it right.
There it is.
Oh well. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I shouldn't have done that. I'm regretting it.
Let's keep going. I think I know how we did on this as the helicopters circle around my neighborhood. The Usos defeat the Brawling Brutes for the tag team championship, the undisputed tag team champions. Good match. Really good match. I mean, really good match. I really like the 1D off the ropes for the finish. What did you guys think of this?
I agree. It was a great match.
Knuckles. Yeah.
Ditto.
So
Same.
how do we do, pal?
All of us. I don't think any of us are going to bet against the Usos ever again.
Right. Well, the line to WrestleMania. All right.
Right.
Okay. Because I have a feeling. We know where they're going here. That's a nice gonna. Oh, okay. All right. All right. We had a Bray Wyatt in ring. More the same, kind of. You know. I'm kind of waiting for something to happen here now with Bray. Like I'm giving it time, but I'm kind of waiting for something to happen here. He's been back a month now. You know, so I am kind of. I think Bray's there. He heard me. Oh, okay. It's just Veer again. All right, but yeah, I think that I think I'm waiting for something. I'm not going there. I'm waiting for something to happen with Bray. All right. And it looks like we're getting teased. We're getting teased here. With all of these different logos popping up everywhere and everything with Bray. So I guess we'll see what happens there. We had a last woman standing match, and they're doing another last woman standing match next week, but I digress. We'll get there, I think. Maybe, possibly. We have Bianca Belair defeating Bayley to retain the WWE Raw Women's Championship. And this was good.
Yeah.
This was good. I might have, you know what? I know you guys like the ladder match. I might have enjoyed this a little bit more than the ladder match. Me, personally. I enjoyed this match. This is up there with, like, for me, their Hell in a Cell match, which was really good also, from last year. I enjoyed it. Even though Bianca got the win. I'm happy that she got the win, but I think I did the JOB on this prediction. But go ahead, V and Knuckles.
Yeah, you did. And just moving on. The match was really good. I really enjoyed it. You'll be okay, Mike. Love you.
Love
And
you too, bro.
and um, at this point, where are we going with
War
this?
games. That's what we're going with.
Besides
War
that,
games.
War game.
There-
besides that, because at this point, who after Bailey, who if Bailey doesn't get it this time,
I think we
we
know
already
who.
got shade. I know who, because there's been shades of it, especially this past
And we
Monday.
just saw. No, we can talk about it. We might as well talk about Raw as we're going here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Rhea and Bianca had a stare down in the back.
I forgot about that.
Which is alluding to what's coming here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've been predicting this for a long time. The end game is Rhea and Bianca. I know that most people at this point feel like Charlotte's going to be the one to come back and beat Bianca. I think it should be Rhea. I think that the role that Rhea's been on, all of the stuff with the Judgment Day, once Rhea gets past Beth Phoenix, because I know that's still to come. Once that happens, once Bianca's done with what she's dealing with damage control and all of that, and possibly Nikki Cross as well. Once that's over with, I think once January and February hits, Rhea Ripley is that feud going into WrestleMania. But and as for what does like Charlotte and Becky do, I don't know. I would assume the plan is Ronda. I would assume, but we'll see for one of the two or both.
Well, let me put 10 on 20 real quick. So Nikki Cross won the 24/7,
48/7 European I-95
all
hardcore
that,
chip.
ABC, Elemental P, QRS, yeah, all that good,
Yeah,
all that good shit, all that,
and threw it in the trash, which I was very happy about. Well, she missed the garbage, but
she missed it.
That was a live shot, pal.
Yeah, it was live.
Yeah, that was a live
funny.
shot.
Yeah,
but the symbolism remains. She threw the championship in the garbage, and I said, "Thank God." But yeah,
yes.
go ahead.
So let's say
After
because
sorry,
yeah, she beat Dana. Sorry, Dana. There's been rumors now more and more that there's going to be some type of mid-card type of championship for the women. And
oh my God, bro. All right, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
Just because they don't know what to do with the championships they have already. This has always been my issue with more titles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But continue, please.
Yeah. The only reason why I acknowledge that because why have Nikki do it? If anybody else could have won it, they could have done it, whether they were male or whatever. Why have a woman specifically do it? So
Fair question.
That's where I think it's going.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I think that's where we're going.
Knuckles?
Do I think the women deserve a mid-card title? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Do they? I think in my opinion, Triple H would know what to do with the mid-card title better than tag titles because you really don't have enough natural tag teams in the women's division.
True.
You're just basically look at who the tag team champions were after Naomi and Sasha left. It was freaking Raquel Rodriguez and
Aaliyah.
And Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Really? Come on.
We like Aaliyah here though.
Like if you legit would have put those titles on Baszler and Ronda, I'd have gave it more respect.
Yeah.
But you put it on a team.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Salud. Yeah.
You put it on a team that you basically put together from two people in the parking or from 2
Mhm.
people that were waiting and catering them. It's like, hey guys, you guys want to win tag titles? Come on, no. So I think with a singles mid card title, one, you have more options. Two, I think the competition for that title would be a whole lot more. Competition can't be competitive because that's the same word, idiot. But I think the matches for that title would be more competitive. You'd have more scenarios with a single title, um, and I think overall your focus wouldn't be so much on the women's championship because I mean, uh, Bianca's faced a lot of people and won, deservedly so. Um, like this could be an opportunity for you to bring Charlotte back and put a belt on her. That's not the world title,
Yeah,
and still
that's true.
keep her legitimate. So I think the mid card title is a nice touch. Um, Nikki Cross is the hero of the day for throwing that title away.
Yes.
But I think as far as what V was saying about where we go with these tag titles going into Survivor Series, I don't want to lead with Sasha and Naomi, but I do think maybe we could throw a Candice LeRae in there. Seeing that she was taken out by Damage Control,
Yeah.
I think that would be a nice spot for her to return in, and that would only leave that one spot that we wouldn't know who it would go to. But I mean, it is what it is, and V was right. They don't know what to do with the tag title. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's always been my issue of okay, we don't know what to do with the titles that we already have, and now we're gonna create another one, But you're right. Maybe what is it? Papa H is what the internet's calling him. Maybe he knows what to do more
I won't be doing that
with the titles that hi V. Then Vinnie Mac did, So we'll see. Let's keep going here. So you got it right, I got it wrong. Let's keep going here.
Oh, don't be trying to blow by that now. 'Cause as soon as you get one right and we get one wrong, or you want to dwell and sleep on it and wake up and introduce yourself. Sorry.
Just got a whole promo on me. All right. Say it with the chest.
Yeah, pal.
Roman Reigns, with all of the bells and whistles and shenanigans and tomfoolery and hoodwinkery and all of that. Roman Reigns defeats Logan Paul by pinfall to retain his undisputed Universal Championship. Say what you want about Logan Paul, but wow. Okay, first and foremost, wow, I am impressed. Very impressed. I think that Logan Paul, for it being his third match, Knuckles, go ahead. You can speak. Your mic's on.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like he was super impressive.
Yeah,
he looked like he belonged out there. So and it's a credit to Roman Reigns as well. To make Logan Paul look like a $1 million out there, but Logan Paul had his brother that I'd rather not see on television there as well. And of course Roman had his bloodline there. And it was again, we knew that it would have all of the mirrors, all the smoke and mirrors, all the bells and whistles, all of those analogies that you want to say. But nonetheless, Roman Reigns is still our tribal chief, the head of the table, our reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world. Yes, Knuckles. Yes,
redundant, pal.
It might be, but you can blame Paul Heyman. What did you think about this, V?
I may dislike Jake Paul as a human being, but he's incredible.
You mean
I
Logan?
can't.
Logan.
Oh,
Jake is
oh,
the brother that
oh yeah,
everybody
Jake is
hates.
just no. Jake is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't like either one of them. Regardless, he did look like he belonged in the ring.
Yeah.
He's good. The boy's good. I can't
That boy good.
sit here and
That boy good.
that boy good.
That
That
boy
boy
good.
good. But
Yeah.
no, he's really really good,
Yeah.
and that can't be denied at all.
Yeah. Knuckles.
Let me put my hand back on my shoulder and pat myself on the back again.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back, pal. Yeah,
Listen,
but God.
listen, I'm giving Barry Horowitz vibes. Listen to me. I said at his last match that the internet does not need to take Logan Paul for granted. Because I said, and I quote, if Logan Paul were to take this seriously,
Yeah.
he could have an extremely successful career in WWE. And he showed out Saturday.
Yeah.
Went viral. I don't care what you say about celebrities or whatever. That viral that video off the top.
Yeah, that was sick.
Who
That was
else?
sick.
Who else is gonna think to do that?
Yeah. No, that was sick.
Only Logan Paul. What is it called? Well, I can't think of it right now. The buckshot lariat.
Yes.
Can we say it looked almost better than Hangman Page?
It looked good. It looked better than CM Punk's. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, you saw
botched it twice in one match, but
you saw what I sent you guys. That was fun.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
That buckshot lariat, that flip when he reared back and flipped, that flip was so clean. And then
it was clean.
Lariat after Logan Paul was clean in that match.
Yeah,
like he wasn't spots weren't botched. He was on point. The match itself had me on the edge of my seat that, hey, maybe Triple H is going to throw us this swerve and make him. I literally, for like a half a second, thought he might win. He might win. I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was
great too.
I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was wonderful.
Very, very solid main event.
And credit to Roman Reigns for selling after the match.
Yeah.
Just going up the ramp like
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a close one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a close. He made him look good. Logan Paul was great. I honestly can't wait for his next match. It was overall wonderful. Overall wonderful.
Yeah, I thought so too. How do we? I'm assuming we all got this one right.
We all got it right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that match, who is our prediction champion here? I really don't know.
Well, it's not me.
Oh shit. Well, sorry, Knuckles. It's just one of those.
I mean, I don't.
Sorry.
I don't come into these things expecting to win anymore. I'm just here so I won't get fined. That's all. But
that's how I feel every day when I go to work. But yes,
but listen, I sat here and I watched the pay-per-view and I checked down the results and I just dropped my head because you, Mike, and King V.
Hold that thought. Bonji says, "Wait, is Knuckles not in his car for this one?" Yeah, it must be like 7 years of bad luck coming, but yeah, Knuckles is not in his vehicle for this one.
I'm not. It's being detailed as we speak. In the rain, in Tropical Storm Nicole.
I can't stand the rain.
But
super duper fly. Yeah. Everybody that got that, shout out to y'all. But yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, in all seriousness, V, you got to do something.
What?
You guys tied again.
Oh God. Oh man.
Five.
I almost feel like the title needs to be vacated now. I feel like it needs to be vacated.
5-3. You
Wow.
both got Ox and Alexa wrong. And I got that wrong as well. Mike, you had Bailey and Bobby wrong. If King V would have chose Judgment Day, he'd have won. Yeah. So you guys tied again at 5-3.
Okay. Executive decision. The predictions championship is now vacated. There was 2 ties in a row. It's up for grabs for Survivor Series. Who?
No. Before Survivor Series, we got Full Gear.
Oh, we got Full Gear. Yes. So it's up for grabs for Full Gear next week. We are vacating
all 24 matches. All right.
Oh God, yeah, exactly. For the 2,400 hours that we're gonna be sitting there watching AEW. God, and it's live from the Prudential Center right here in the New York tri-state area, so the crowd's gonna be hot. No interim champion. No, we're not doing that. I'm so sick of the interim champion.
I will say this, Mike. You vacating the title is surprising to me because I didn't think that would come out of you. But I do want to pose a suggestion.
Yes.
For anybody who might watch the show, let's just put it up to anybody. And that means V, that means me, that means C Thought, that means Ray.
Yes.
If the Powerbomb Jutsu crew want to get in on this, they okay. Let's put it to all of the. Are they podcasters for Battle Club? Meaning, is Pretty Heels a podcast?
I think they have one.
They have one.
I'm pretty sure they have one. Yes.
So let's do it like that.
Shout out to the Pretty Heels, by the way.
Yeah, we'll send the word out. You send the word out to Janelle. You say, hey, you got this going on for Full Gear. Everybody's eligible. Let's not just leave it to the 3 of us. Let's make this interesting.
Now, if they win, they get nothing. See that? That's so.
They get nothing.
They get bragging rights.
They get bragging rights.
Because you know that's the first question they ask. So what do I get if I win? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Hey, you never know. I will be honest. God has put me in a situation where I am very blessed right now. So who's to say that I won't send you something in the mail? Just saying.
That will be out of Knuckles' budget for Go for the Pin. Oh, but yeah. I'll contribute. I'll contribute. So if we could figure out something, then I will contribute as well. So there you go, guys.
Okay, put it this way. Let's use this. If somebody comes and wins the thing, let's send them a T-shirt. Send them some merch.
All right, yeah. I'm down with that. Send some merch. I'm down with that. That sounds like a plan. So you guys heard it here. Whoever wins the Go for the Pin predictions championship. We'll get some merch. Yeah, right. It's a belt pal. All right.
Tractor beam.
Okay. Let's just cover what we didn't cover. I'm going right through it. Let's just cover what we didn't cover on Raw. So Austin Theory. Rollins sit there, he cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Seth freaking Rollins. A battered Seth Rollins. So this whole segment, right?
It's stupid.
We gotta stupid. All right. Sorry, Kofi. All right, so this whole segment, right? It started earlier in the evening. Seth Rollins had an open challenge, right? And of course that was interrupted because of Judgment Day and the OC, which led to Mia Yim returning, which we talked about already. That crowd was ass, so they didn't deserve that at all. But it is what it is. Mia Yim is
Wilkes Barre, Pennsylvania. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. If anybody knows where that's at, that's like past the Poconos. It's like up in that direction. Like it's over there.
If that's at the Garden, that roof blows off.
Yeah. Or any place that like
likes wrestling. Oh,
yeah.
Likes black people.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So yes. So Seth Rollins gets out of there because this doesn't involve him. But he said, you know what? Seth Rollins is a man of the people. He promised an open challenge. And by God, he was going to deliver an open challenge that night. So Rollins comes out there and he issues another open challenge. Of course, Ali comes up on the screen. And I'm just like, all right, I guess. You know, shout out to Ali. But I'm like, all right, I guess. By the way, shout out to Cedric Alexander. He was on the show this week. He lost, but he was on the show this week. And shout out to Shelton Benjamin. Yeah. Did you notice something that I didn't hear?
Mm-hmm.
Please elaborate.
We're gonna
get you, Knuckles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Let's just let it play out, V, since Mike obviously doesn't see what's going on.
I don't see it, pal. All right, but
why else would Bobby Lashley turn heel?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
I know he threw Ali in the Shadow Realm though.
That was funny. That was funny.
I was like, yo,
I think Bobby was just upset of how he lost at Crown Jewel, and he's like on a tear because I would say he's more of a tweener than a heel. You think he fully turned heel?
Yep.
I don't think so because then he called.
Hold on. Let's put 1, 2, and 3 together to make 6. Okay. Bobby Lashley. Okay. Yeah, 3 and 2 is 5 and 1.
It makes 6. It makes 6.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Why else would Bobby Lashley turn? I'm not selling. I'm not selling. I'm no selling. Why? Why? Come on, guy. Come on, guy. We're live, pal. Why else would Bobby Lashley have all of a sudden this extremely aggressive streak, and then all of a sudden we see Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander on our TV?
Because they remembered they worked there, I guess. I don't know. But we like both of those individuals. I'm not trying to,
Come on, Mike. It's Hurt Business. Open your eyes, bro.
I get where you're going. I just don't know if they're going back there. I don't know if they're going there. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Bobby already said on an interview that I read on the internet that he would like to see the Hurt Business back.
Well, if it was on the internet, it must be true. But yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'd love to see it. Hurt Business was solid as hell. Like, I'd love to see it, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the direction they're going in right now. I think Bobby's just really upset that he lost the way he did to Brock Lesnar, and that's why he attacked him after the match. I mean, yeah, if you want to call it a heel turn, I guess, but people still like Bobby, so he's still gonna get cheered. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I guess.
Did you hear his react? Well, I mean, it was a Wilkes Barre, but did you hear his reaction when he came out on Raw and he tried to do the? It wasn't nobody feeling that.
It was, yeah, but I think it was the town also. They wasn't
like I said.
And plus, I mean, he cost Austin Theory his cash in.
Yeah,
right?
back to the issue at hand.
Yeah, well, we was talking about Bobby Lashley anyway. So, and we saw Austin Theory. He cost Austin Theory the cash in. So, I mean, a real heel is not costing Austin Theory is cash in. Like a real heel is gonna be like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but his whole thing is like, no, he wants to be the guy to beat Seth Rollins if somebody's gonna beat Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins took that United States Championship from him. So, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a more vicious side of Bobby Lashley. I wouldn't call it a full heel turn. Nonetheless,
this was a Bret Hart Steve Austin situation.
On WrestleMania,
Seth Rollins was a heel. Y'all know that.
Rollins wasn't even a heel at that show, though.
Was it? No, I'm talking about prior.
But in the previous weeks, Rollins has been acting less and less heelish. Like, and I get the Austin comparison. I do. I get the Austin comparison.
Okay, but they're starting to turn him face. Did you not hear the promo from Monday, thanking the fans?
They've definitely. I honestly at this point I don't even consider Rollins a heel anymore. So like, yeah, I see what you're saying, and they gave him a big babyface win here on Raw. You know, like the babyface comes back and overcomes all of the odds,
hiding from the depths. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, so I mean, I liked it. I'm happy that Seth Rollins is still our United States champion. What an idiot Austin Theory is to cash in on the United States champion, okay, and lose.
Can we talk about the most idiotic fact of this whole thing? He cashed in on a man that was issuing an open challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Super.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, pal.
Chicago,
All
Illinois.
I know.
It's so dumb.
It's stupid.
Stupid. I don't get it. This was the worst thing Triple H has done since he took over.
But you know what? And I'll let V. I know V wants to say something, but I think I don't think it was the stupidest thing that Triple H has done. I feel like Triple H. Okay, look, Austin Theory wasn't beating Roman Reigns. Wasn't happening.
But at least let him get a shot at it. It's Money in the Bank.
For what? You know, all right. So I do agree that they destroyed the Money in the Bank concept.
Thank you.
That I will agree with you on. However, it's just like, all right, there's a couple of ways you could have did it differently. You could have had somebody beat Theory for the Money in the Bank briefcase instead of just having him cash in and lose. If you had no plans on him winning the championship, which they didn't, okay, do the story where somebody beats him for Money in the Bank. But I guess because they've done that so many times, they don't want to do that anymore. Because I know Otis also lost his briefcase because he lost to The Miz. I'm sure it's happened in the past also, like with other people. I know Edge had one where he beat Mr. Kennedy for the briefcase, so Kennedy never actually cashed in. I know they've done this before, but there could have been different ways to do this whole thing if you wanted to get the briefcase off the kid. But nonetheless, I think that Triple H knew that nobody was going to believe Austin Theory was going to beat Roman Reigns for either championship. Forget about both of them, but for either championship. So they're just like, all right, you know what? Let's just get this off this kid and just end this. Let's just end this.
But there were so many other ways, Mike. There were so many other ways.
I agree.
To do this.
I would have had him cash in on the United States champion.
If you can make Logan Paul, not discrediting his talent, because he's extremely talented and he showed that at Crown Jewel. If you can make Logan Paul look like he got that close,
yeah.
What can you do with a guy that's been wrestling for such and such and such a year?
Yeah,
like the whole purpose of, I understand if you were gonna do this, you might as well have let him cash in at the NXT title. It's the same thing. You're not cashing in on a world title. At least that's a world-ish type title.
World-ish title, yeah.
and not a mid card. And not you don't cash in on a belt that you already had. You don't cash in on a belt that has an open challenge attached to it.
Yeah.
at least give him the shot at the world title. Yes, we don't. Yes, we know he's not going to win, but at least the briefcase served its purpose. You're challenging for the world title. That's the whole purpose. That's like him cashing in on Mankind for the hardcore title. Just don't do that. I mean, you don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
It was just dumb to me. I'm sorry. V, go ahead.
Go ahead, V.
I'm done.
I got nothing.
Bang bang. All right, and that was Monday Night Raw.
V's just happy about it.
He's just happy Theory isn't Money in the Bank anymore. Isn't Mr. Money in the Bank anymore. And it looks like they've probably given up on the kid now at this point. So, but
or I hope Triple H is completely repackaging him, giving him a completely other identity.
We'll see.
Repackage him in prison. Wonderful.
So what did you get? What do you give Monday Night Raw? V.
Oh my god.
2 count. Wow. Okay. Edit that out of post. Yeah. What did you get? What do you give? What do you give?
Oh god. I can't.
Water.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
This isn't water, but all right. Yeah, pal. I'll give it a 2 count as well.
Okay. All right. I give this a 2 count. I would have given it an airful if the crowd was better, because a bad crowd can
crowd
really,
was awful.
Yeah.
A bad crowd can really take a decent show and just make it not watchable. I'm not saying Raw wasn't watchable. I'm just saying that a bad crowd can just suck the energy out of, an arena, literally. So, and vice versa. A really good crowd can take a decent show and make it a really good, or a more enjoyable show. 1 count for Bonji. All right.
Wow.
Or C Thoughts music.
A crowd.
Yeah. Well, just like Raw. All right.
So speaking of counts, what do we give? What do we give Crown Jewel?
Crown Jewel. Thank you for reminding us.
Shit.
Yes.
I know what I got.
I'm gonna give it an earful. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it.
There it is.
Yeah. I thought it was solid. I thought it was really solid. I'm going with an airful as well. Going with an airful.
Hey, it was a 3 count for me until the senseless turning of the women's tag team.
We got the power. We got the. All right.
That right there.
Damage
from
control.
So, I'll give it an earful.
Okay. And Bonji gives it an earful as well. Okay, so you enjoyed Crown Jewel, but you didn't like Raw. All right, that's fine. All right, let's keep going here. So only thing I got to say with NXT is I'm happy that Casey and Caden are still the tag team champions.
And the heel turn.
The heel turn from Zoe Stark. I mean, we saw it happening. Like, you could see it building up for weeks. And I feel like that's the right move. She's more of a heel anyway. She being Zoe. So I liked it. Am I
like V might say, my arms may be too short to box with God, but are we seeing the Nikita Lyons train sailing away now?
I think a lot of people kind of off her already at this point.
I was never on.
The thing is, but she's good. Like that's the thing, and I'm not. And let's ignore the fact that everybody focuses on other aspects of her besides her wrestling ability. I'm gonna focus on her in-ring ability here, and I think Nikita's good. I think she can be great if she continues to get better. But I think Nikita's good. I don't have a problem with her wrestling ability. At this stage of the game, it's developmental still, and I think that she's just going to continue to get better. The Paul brother is injured. That's all I needed for Crown Jewel to be better. Wow. Yikes.
Golly.
Wow, that was stiff, pal. Wow.
Woo.
All right.
Woo.
All right. Yes, Logan Paul did. I guess he tore his MCL. Real serious injury.
Meniscus, MCL, and ACL.
And it's a
that's
shoot injury.
on my meniscus.
Shoot injury,
So
they say.
he's, man, I don't know when we're gonna see him again.
He's out for at least a year.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
The ACL itself is at least 7 to 8 months.
Yeah, because Bailey, I think, tore MCL.
I tore my ACL and missed my entire junior year of basketball.
Jesus.
So.
Well, speedy recovery to Logan Paul, but all right.
But he was well worth it. And and the thing about it is, we don't even know when he did it in the match.
Yeah,
you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell.
It's true. Anything else happen on NXT? Probably not. Again, Mandy's facing Alba Fire for the Women's Championship next week in a last woman standing match. We literally just saw a last woman standing match, so I'm like, all right. I don't know. We'll see. That should be good. It's the main event, I believe, for next week. I think they have another match they announced. I think is it Carmelo Hayes and Wesley next week, I feel, for the North American Championship? Or is it okay? Oh no, or is it Von Wagner and Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship? I think it's Von Wagner and Braun Baker. Yeah, I think that's going down next week. Nonetheless, did we all watch NXT? Can we rate it or?
For the most part, I'm gonna give it a 2 count. It was nothing like that stood out truly to me.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like completely boring.
I wasn't bored. It was just like, all right, whatever, cool. All right, Knuckles, you didn't watch the whole show, so okay. Well, all right. Last piece of business. Anything on AEW that we want to discuss? Bryan Danielson and Sammy Guevara had a 2 out of 3 falls match to main event the show. It was a Bryan Danielson match, so I'm gonna watch it. But it was solid match. Bryan Danielson won, of course.
Okay, good, great, good.
Saraya announced that she will wrestle Britt Baker at Full Gear, as if we didn't already know. Because
but listen, that was the moment of the night.
What'd you think about the whole pro? Okay, so we can discuss that a little bit. I dropped my water. More water, please. Yeah. What did you? Let's So, what did you think about that in ring segment, Knuckles, with Britt and Saraya?
I think first of all, Britt on the mic is must see.
Most nights,
most nights, despite what people might say. Listen, it was, you could tell that this was a from the heart promo from Saraya. You could tell on her face because she was very aggressive with her promo until she said she was clear.
Yeah.
And then she just couldn't hold it anymore. And I mean, do you blame her? She's been gone out of wrestling for how many years because of this injury?
4 years? Was it?
4 years. So 4 years.
Maybe? 4 or 5?
4 years on the shelf, not being able to do what you love to do. And then you finally get, I mean, we've seen it before. We saw it with Edge. He came back at the Rumble. It was obvious on his face. Emotions take over. I think that this is going to be a banger match between Saraya and Britt Baker at Full Gear. I think it's going to be a great match, and I'm happy for Saraya. I'm happy that she's back. I was a fan when she was in WWE.
Yep.
I watched her movie based on her story. I love the movie.
Shout out to Thea Trinidad, by the way.
Absolutely.
Zelina Vega for
so I'm happy for her, and she executed that promo very well. The DDT didn't look par, I guess.
No, I thought it was cool. I thought it was good.
I thought it was. I think now if she'd have stuck Britt, she'd have stood up, then fell. I'd be like, oh, yeah, way to lay it in there, pal. but I'm happy for her. Overall, I'm happy for her, and I look forward to the match with Full Gear.
V.
Um. I mean, congrats to her for getting cleared. Shoutouts to whatever doctor
She's
cleared
been
her.
cleared. Yeah, she's been cleared.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just with it's just with neck injuries. It's just that I don't want to see a neck injury happen in the ring. I cringe when Edge gets back in the ring because why? But I'm happy if she's happy. Then shout outs to her. That's all I got.
Yeah,
What'd you think about the promo? Oh.
Go ahead, V. I'm sorry.
I mean, it was cool.
Hmm.
I was just like, okay. Maybe because I'm indifferent to her now. So,
And I
tough crowd.
Tough
yeah,
crowd.
yeah.
No, I liked it. I liked it. Yeah.
I really hope that people who watch Full Gear go into that match with an open mind.
Yeah.
And not think about her past transgressions.
Mm-hmm.
You know how wrestling fans are. They're fickle. They like to hold the bad stuff over your head for the
Oh yeah,
longest
they're
time.
fickle. Yeah,
They're very fickle.
Yeah.
Can we at least go into this with an open mind, saying, okay, let's see what Saraya has. There are no titles on the line. It's just a match.
Yeah.
Saraya's first
I'm
match
looking
in
forward
4
to this.
years. Yeah, let's go into it open minded. Let's see what she's got. If we can't lose in this situation. If she goes out there and puts out a banger, she puts out a banger. If she goes out there and she's not up to par, then we can say, hey, it's been 4 years. Come on, let's give her a chance. Come on. Let's be open ended about it.
Yeah. And it's interesting how the crowd reacted because after it seemed like more people were cheering for Britt Baker after the heel, right, in this whole thing over the baby face. And I think it has to do with the fact that Britt was speaking a lot of truth. Like literally Britt has built that women's division brick by brick, like put that whole division on her back for a long time. And I think that the fans respect that. Whether people feel like she's improved that much or not, the fact of the matter is that Britt was the focal point of that women's division for a very long time, almost since it started. Definitely when the pandemic hit. Like she was the focal point going forward. So it'll be interesting. And I thought it was good. I thought it was a really good back and forth, and we'll see what happens here. Is there anything else on the show that I don't want to go through the whole thing, and actually I'm gonna get ready to get out here, but is there anything else on the show that really sticks out that anybody really wants to talk about? No.
Not to me.
Samoa Joe turned on Wardlow.
Could see that coming also, kind
I
of.
could have seen that coming. I do see the well, we're about to get the Swerve Strickland Keith Lee breakup pretty soon.
Yeah. So there was an 8-man, right?
Yep.
The Acclaimed teaming with who
FTR.
FTR, yes. Over City, pal. Versus the Ass Boys and Swerve and Keith Lee, who did not want to be in that match. Yeah, want to be there. But the Acclaim got the win, and yeah, we can kind of see where this is going here with Swerve.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my Googles real quick.
Okay. Well, and then after the match, everybody was scissoring. And that's usually what you do to celebrate. But yeah, so anyway, anyway, I thought that was good too.
I'm going. I'm gonna go.
Where you gonna go? You gonna go? I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna finish that. All right. All right. Anything else? Moxie had an in-ring. MJF had a promo segment. Yeah, exactly, pal.
Oh,
Exactly, pal. Scissoring everywhere. All right. Oh boy. I'm tired. All right. Okay. I think that's it with AEW. What did you guys think of this episode? It was cool to me. I didn't think it was like a must watch Dynamite or anything. Jeff Jarrett was on the show as well. Wasn't must watch. A couple of matches were signed for Full Gear. We're gonna get Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus Darby and Sting in a tag team match. Of course, Jay and Darby will be handling most of that, I'm sure. And Sting and Jeff will come in for hot tags, I'm sure. Yeah, I think that's about it. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, that's it. 2 count.
2 count from Bon G, 2 count from V. 2 count from me as well. Knuckles. 2 count. 2 count across the board. And that was wrestling this week, everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think we missed anything. I think we covered everything succinctly. Yeah. All right, V, take us home.
Well, let's go. So, social media. So you can follow the show on Instagram at @GoForThePin_show. And on Twitter, Go For The Pin Show. You can follow Mike at DJ Mikey Q on Twitter, and then Mike_EQ on Instagram.
There you go, pal.
You can follow me at KingV_the Ruler on Instagram and _Watch My Throne on Twitter. You can follow Knuckles at DJ.
Oh, there it is. DJ_Knuckles. There it is. On
Instagram and JPS 15 on Twitter.
Yes. We will be back next week to talk about JPS Music 15. There it is. We will be back next week to talk about Full Gear. You guys don't want to miss that. Also, remember, keep in mind, the GFTP predictions championship is on the line, and it is on the line against everybody. So it is currently vacated, and whoever
you gotta take that out your display name, like.
Yeah, it's already gone. By the time people hear this, it'll be it's gone. It's not there. So it's available. It's up to it. It was a long run. I think it was since SummerSlam. But yeah, it's over now. These things happen. Anyway, make sure you guys get your predictions in, because we will be watching. Sea Thoughts Music on everything. Okay, Jonathan Prophet is what that says there, not JP. I can't. All right, there it is. JPS Music 15 on the Twitter.
Hey man, leave my government name out of it.
Your government name was right there, pal. I said it right there. We can't censor it. It's live.
We're live. We are live.
All right, Bonji says Roman Reigns is overrated. CM Punk is trash. I should have worn my CM Punk shirt today. The Elite is coming back at the Prudential Center. That was also something that came up on the show. All right, guys. We will see you guys next week on Go For The Pin. Everybody have a great evening, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Also, next to us, shouts for Go For The Pin. Next to us.
Hey, I like to go for the. Ooh, do I get a nice little shirt like that? Oh, I'll get a nice little shirt like that. Look at that. Hey, go over there. Go for pin. Go for the pin. Go for it. Don't look at it. Go for it.